Right, this is going to be a video on creating major scales on the staff and on the keyboard. And I've already dropped something and Muffy is already unhappy. So C major is a good one to start with. Remember, the pattern is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole, half, whole, half. And in C, you can see, C major, you can see that the half steps take place where there's no black key in between the two white keys. And the whole steps take place where there is a black key in between the two white keys. So on C, that's C, up a whole step is D, up a whole step is E, from E up a half step is F, from F up a whole step is G, G up a whole step is A up a whole step is B up a whole step is another C. And that's also true on the keyboard. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Other things to know would be that when you build chords on these scale degrees, that will be a Roman numeral 1. Oh, this should be a baby Roman numeral 2 and a baby Roman numeral 3. 4 is major, 4 will be major, 5 will be major, 6 should be minor, 7 is diminished, and 1 again is major. And remember the Latin names for these are tonic, supertonic, mediant, subdominant, dominant, submediant, leading tone, tonic. Now, if you put, so that is C major, and here on the circle of fifths, C major has no sharps or flats because, as you can see, there are no sharps or flats. If we go up a fifth, because we're going to be learning the circle of fifths, so we might as well go up a fifth to G and start the G scale. G up a whole step is A up a whole step is B up a half step is C up a whole step is D up a whole step is E up a whole step is F sharp, and F sharp up a half step is G. So if I were to put these all the same notes down, G as C major, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the one note that would need to change is the F sharp to make it a G major scale. And I want you to observe what note in the scale that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So G major, the key signature for G major, has got 1 sharp because there's 1 sharp in it. And the note that changed was the 7th note in the scale. Now up a fifth from G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is D. So if we go from D up a whole step is E up a whole step is F sharp up a half step is G up a whole step is A up a whole step is B up a whole step is C sharp, and C sharp up a half step is D. So if we use the same notes as the G major scale to get started with our D major scale, we'd have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, and D. And the note that we'd have to change by adding a sharp to it is C sharp to make it be a D major scale pattern. And C sharp is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th note in the D scale. And the key signature is F sharp, C sharp, because there's an F sharp and a C sharp. And we'll learn about the order of sharps in a different way, but these are just the scales. So now if we go up a fifth from D, we get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A. A up a whole step is B. B up a whole step is C sharp. C sharp up a half step is D. D up a whole step is E. E up a whole step is F sharp. F sharp up a half step. I missed something here. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp. Oh, F sharp up a whole step is G sharp. And G sharp up a half step is A. So if we go from A to A with the F sharp and C sharp that we had, F sharp, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the G sharp that needs, the G that needs a sharp to be an A major scale. And there's 3 sharps in the scale, and there's 3 sharps in the key signature, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. Up a fifth from A is E major. And the other thing you can notice is that if we take each scale and divide it into 2 parts, you get 4 notes. Whole step, half step. Whole step, half step. And they're connected by a whole step. That's called tetrachords, because tetra means 4. So the mess you see around the table is my gardening projects, and they're not going anywhere. But I thought that it would be fun to hear the bird song this evening out here, but what we're hearing is traffic noise instead. So the second tetrachord, if you're going along in the circle of fifths, the second tetrachord will always be the first tetrachord of the next scale in the circle of fifths. So, but we have to bring it down because I don't have an unlimited staff. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, and then remember the 7th scale degree when we're dealing with sharp keys is going to have to be raised. D sharp and E. E up a whole step is F sharp. F sharp up a whole step is G sharp. G sharp up a half step is A. A up a whole step is B. B up a whole step is C sharp. C sharp up a whole step is D sharp. And D sharp up a half step is E. There's your E major scale. It has 4 sharps in the scale, so there are 4 sharps in the key signature. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. The sharps also go in a circle of fifths pattern. Everything is fifths. They used to even try to tune in perfect fifths. And it sounded lovely until they got to the fifths that they couldn't tune to be beautiful, and those were called the wolf fifths. So then, the second half of this scale, the second tetrachord, here's the first tetrachord, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And the second half is B, C sharp, D sharp, E, which is the first half of the next scale in the circle of fifths, the B major scale. B up a whole step is C sharp, up a whole step is D sharp, up a half step is E, up a whole step is your F sharp, up a whole step is your G sharp, and then guess what? The 7th note gets a sharp. It's got a little schmutz on it there. Not sure. Oh, that's from the A sharp, and then B. If we've got one, there it is. So B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Up a whole step is F sharp. Up a whole step is G sharp. Up a whole step is A sharp. If we can find another whole step. B whole step, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp. It just walked away. I don't know where it went. We'll use this one. A sharp, B. It's probably my fault. Oh, there's the half step. There's, let's see. B up a whole step is, I have to move them over, that's why. B up a whole step is C sharp. C sharp up is a D sharp. D sharp up a half step is E. A whole step is F sharp. Up a whole step is G sharp. Up a whole step is A sharp. Up a half step is B. B. Now, I'm getting a little kooky. All right, so that's B major. It has 5 sharps. 5 sharps right there. And then you have some enharmonic scales. Actually, B major is enharmonic to C flat, which we'll do in another video. And then up a fifth from B is F sharp. So that's going to have 6 sharps. And guess which note is going to get the extra sharp? Yes, you're right, the 7th note. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, which is the only not sharped note here. C sharp. So when we say it, we say C sharp, but when you put it in notes, it's sharp C. D sharp, and believe it or not, E sharp, and then F sharp. So F sharp up a whole step is G sharp. G sharp up a whole step is A sharp. A sharp up a half step is B. B up a whole step is C sharp. C sharp up a whole step is D sharp. D sharp up a whole step is E sharp. And E sharp up a half step is F sharp. That is 6 sharps, and so you have 6 sharps in the key signature. The next one in the sharps is C sharp. Everything gets sharped, and that's 7 sharps. So that one's easy to remember. C major has no sharps in the key signature, and C sharp is 7 sharps. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, and C sharp, which I don't have enough sharps to do that. So, I'll take these off. So it's C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, which is the same as F, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. And those are all the sharp scales. And the circle of fifths is showing you that the connection. And why is this important? Because those are closely related keys. If you're going to compose a piece of music and you're going to go to another key, which composers often like to do, you're going to go to a key that is 1 sharp or 1 flat away from your key. So it behooves you to know what that is. And also when you're studying your music now, as you get into more advanced music, you want to study the score and you want to understand where are they modulating? Where are they starting to use? What is that accidental? What does that mean? Does that mean you're modulating to a closely related key, or is it just some funky little thing that the composer put in there? It all ties into how you're going to interpret your pieces. So that's it for this one.